foreign investment is a good thing. But in also now defining foreign investment as a good thing, you need to understand what foreign investment is all about. There are two kinds of investments that can come. Foreign investment is investments that are coming into your economy or into your economics. Now, if we are talking about foreign investments that are coming into your economy, we are talking about investments that are coming into your productive sector that can be able to probably now help you, develop your real sector. If you're talking about foreign direct investments that are coming into your economics, you're talking about foreign direct investment that goes into your markets. So which are we talking about here now? Because in trying to now draw, look at these two, we should be able to now look at what our country qualifies to get and what our country is getting, and how what our country is getting is actually helping us to develop or to be dependent.
The market, sir.
Beautiful. Now, the market is where we have a lot of issues, because we're getting a lot of foreign direct investments that are market-oriented. That is why you are getting, money that is made for trade financing. And the moment you start going for monies for trade financing, it simply means that what that investment does is to finance, trade goods and services into your economy. It does not help your real sector to grow. That kind of foreign direct investment cannot help our economy.
So what can we do now not to depend on foreign investors? How can we be established on our own?
What you need to do is to first and foremost generate what you call data. And you must be able to divide your economy or divide the variables of your economy into what you can call three broad spectrums. The first spectrum is that you must be able to now understand, or know what your human capital is. The second thing is that you must be able to understand and know what your natural resources are. And thirdly, you must be able to understand and know what technologies you can be able to apply to these two things to be able to now bring, what you can call value onto them. First and foremost, what do you do with your human capital to make them scaled? Secondly, where do you have these, mineral resources or natural resources, and how best are you also able to scale them up, to now begin to now drive what you call your industrial process? This is where the problem is.
Well, sir, talking of investment now, are you not saying that it's very important for us to depend on foreign investors?
No, what I just said is, you understand that what it is you have is not foreign investment.
Okay.
What you have is foreign trade.
Okay.
It's important that you must be able to now differentiate which money is for trade and which money is for development.
Okay.
Most of the monies that are coming into your economy are coming in as trade finance, and they are tied, to programs of trade. You can't use them for any other thing. And that's why a lot of these banks in the country that tell you that they have access, to foreign direct investment or foreign funding. You can only get that fund when you want to import something. Even in the export, okay, fine, that some of it are even meant for export. But if you're not producing, can you export?
No. So
when they give you import-export funds, what do you do with that fund? You use it and now keep importing because you don't have anything to export. You get what I'm saying? But if you are able to now get development funding, and what we are getting right now is actually social sector funding, because we've not been able to put into perspective the framework that can be able to now give us development funding. And those frameworks are driven first and foremost by what you call studies, bankable studies that can begin with what you might be able to say, okay, pre-feasibility, feasibility, post-feasibility, bankable before you can now take them to project funding. The moment you get a project from the point of pre-feasibility to bankable feasibility, what it simply means that what you're going to be getting as a funding program for that project will be cash flow based.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? What is called project-based finance model. And in this instance, you don't need to have any guarantees, because the cash flow that we develop that project clearly shows you, where you are going to get to what they call ROI or return on investments, or where you get to where you call your break-even point. This is what our economy has not been able to generate.
Okay, so sir, in a nutshell, we need to be doing more of exporting than importing.
In a nutshell, we need to be doing more of production.
Okay.
Because you see, if you don't produce, what are you going to be exporting? Okay. You can actually export human beings, not as slaves, but you can export human beings as skills. We can be able to train you to a point where, the television stations in Mali are looking for your services. Remember that at one time, Nigeria was always sending the chief justices of either Botswana or Angola or one of these countries. They used to come here, take from our legal, pool of resources to go there. In that instance too, but if you don't have this human capital to export, okay, and you don't have this human capital to now run your industries that you want to create, and you don't have the technology to be able to now help you value chain, this process that will now bring about what you call your real sector development, you are just going to be depending on somebody's money who says, if I'm going to give you this money, I'm going to give you the money on a condition. Condition number one is that, let me give you some instance of when you get World Bank funding. In the World Bank funding program, there's what they call ICB. ICB means International Competitive Bidding. What that means is that when you get that kind of funding from the World Bank, every member state that contributes to the World Bank can be able to now bid against you on that project. Okay? So imagine a situation where maybe you want to now buy vehicles, and Peugeot France, that is producing the vehicles, are bidding against ASD Motors, that's a representative of a Peugeot in Nigeria. Does it stand a chance?